Let's give the people what they want.
Stop the cap.
Hey guys, so the long-awaited Joker sequel came out, and it wasn't the best. I feel like as movie fans, we have these concepts that we want these characters to go through. I feel like the trailers we watch give us a different vibe than what we really wanted, and this movie put everything I thought about the first one completely on its back. So I've been seeing a whole lot of reviews on this, and I am yet to see one that people even kind of liked it at all. And I think the biggest reason why people aren't really feeling it as much is I think that no one really wanted this movie in the first place. I remember 3 Valentines ago, I was on Instagram, and I remember Todd Phillips posted on Valentine's Day saying Happy Valentine's Day, and it was a picture of Harley Quinn and Joker, and I remember I was so excited. So having this hype build up for like 3+ years, man, and then having that, it just feels so bad.
Disappointed!
When I say I had people in my theater looking back up at me with just jaws being dropped because they don't even know what they watched, it was crazy. I've never had a theater experience like that. And I think a lot of people in the audience didn't really expect it to go this direction either, because I had so many people I get to see drop their heads back and roll their eyes whenever there would be a musical part. And I'm someone who doesn't even love musicals, but I'll always give them a chance. I never saw La La Land because I heard it was a musical, but I watched it a few months ago and I genuinely love that movie. So if it's a good musical and it's a good movie, I'm 100% gonna dig it. But this movie did not feel like a musical. It felt like a movie with awful music in it. I don't know if it's because Lady Gaga's in it, but I don't know why they even went that direction for it to be a musical. I think Joker is a whimsical guy himself. It makes sense for him to be in a musical, but the way they set it up just felt so sloppy. Joaquin Phoenix is probably one of the best actors of our time right now, definitely a top 3. So don't get me wrong when I say he's amazing, but he cannot sing. He cannot sing at all, and the amount of times they just let him sing for 4 minutes straight, it happened so many times.
True love will find you in the end.
That was really bad.
I feel like if I'm gonna watch a musical, I want it to kind of go into the plot. I want it to kind of make the characters feel closer. I want it to feel grand, but it just fell so flat. I don't have one song at all that's been stuck in my head. But after watching La La Land, after watching The Greatest Showman, I can think of so many of those songs that just stood with me still today. This movie doesn't really have a character, and it doesn't really give itself a reason to live in people's minds, if that makes any sense at all. In the first Joker movie, I can think of about 10 iconic moments that stood out to me, and some examples, like the Murray Franklin show was perfect. Him saying he wants to be called Joker was perfect. Him finally putting on his makeup and going down the stairs dancing was perfect. And then him doing the blood smile, owning Gotham, standing above everybody was so good, but why didn't they just keep going that route? I saw this interview of Todd Phillips talking, and he was saying there's no way that this Joker would ever be Batman in a fight. He couldn't lead a mob boss. He's even saying himself that he doesn't really think he's Joker. So I think that's why I was excited to kind of see the second one, because in my mind I was like, it's gonna be so cool seeing this weird, mentally ill guy lead Gotham. I don't know, I kind of thought it'd be a cool way where it's he's not the smartest, he's not the strongest, but he has this edge to him that everyone has to kind of respect. But to have the second one be a musical and have it, oh my gosh, the more I talk about it, the more I just don't understand the vision. And I don't even want to come on here and just bash this movie, because it was a gorgeous movie. The performances were great. It was really well edited. I know a lot of people won't notice editing, but it's a big thing for me. On the technical side of things, it was a gorgeous movie. I thought they nailed it. It looked so good. I love Hilder's music. I'm so happy she came back to compose it. It felt the same. It was great. It was just the story. Oh my gosh. If you're gonna have a court case movie, you gotta make it an interesting court case movie. But every single question that they kept asking was just so boring. We know that Arthur killed 5 people, so why is that the only thing we're ever talking about the entire time? And that's one thing I just felt about this entire movie, and I guess franchise I should say. This movie These two movies could have been literally anything. It did not have to be Joker. It could have been a mentally ill guy who wanted to be a clown that got beat up over and over again and that instantly just killed these people. And then in the sequel, it's him trying to fight for his freedom. And then, it's, you know what I mean? It just feels like a Joker wrapped something else. Like Arthur Fleck really isn't Arthur Fleck. That could be anybody else. Harley Quinn didn't really feel like Harley Quinn. Could have been like anybody else. Harvey Dent could have been any random attorney, but it was Harvey Dent. It just didn't feel good, you know what I mean?
Boring.
And when I say it doesn't feel good, I mean it doesn't have, the sauce to it. It doesn't feel grand. It just feels like this weird, edgy, grounded, kind of boring story. Like, if you're gonna make a sequel, make it better, make it bigger, make it so my jaws dropped. It's a Joker sequel. Make it so I can see the Clown Prince of Crime doing some crime, man. Give me something to work with. Because I can't tell you the amount of times that Arthur would be saying something kind of important and then Lady Gaga would just cut him off with some awful 5-minute music sequence that I did not want.
Just like eating waffles all day.
Have you ever had bacon and syrup?
I'm not finished.
Wrapped
First
in
off,
toaster?
oh my God, can you let me do what I need to do?
And maybe this movie isn't for me, right? Maybe I'm just some stupid little movie reviewer guy who wants some big explosions, some big action, and I want Joker to start shooting people in the head. But it's really not even like that. I just feel like if you're gonna have a guy in his first movie go through all of that hardship and trial, just for the next one to be the same exact thing but worse just makes me feel so blah inside. I'm genuinely looking back on the first one and they completely ruined it for me. Like, and again, I guess I have to talk about this ending, so here's spoilers for the ending. But having Arthur Fleck never even be Joker seems like the most fan-made bullcrap I think I've ever heard.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
And I don't want people to be like, oh, but that's the whole point. He never was Joker. Joker's not a person. Joker's like a title. Anyone can be Joker. Like, what are we doing? Is this Spider-Man now? To have an origin story about a man becoming Joker, having the title be Joker, having the second movie come, having him try and be Joker again just for him to not be Joker and then to die by the real Joker, who also had no motivation to kill Arthur, feels so stupid. I can't even think of a word to say other than stupid. It just felt so unneeded. I don't get why the second movie was ever made if that was always the plan. But it goes deeper than that. You gotta look before the first movie. You gotta look at how the script was written, how it performed, how after the movie it was the first rated R movie to hit over $1 billion. That is huge. But to be hyped for 3 years and then to get this, a movie that no one wanted, just feels like a stab in the chest, man. I went to this movie with my friend and we were talking outside of the theater. My emotions were very high, so I was very, very into this in the moment. But I was telling him, I'm a big NFL guy. I love the New York Giants. I'm obsessed with them. I'm always reading up on them. So whenever the season ends, I can wait for that next year to be excited for it, right? I know that my Giants suck. I know that. But I know that during the season, I'm going to get a good game somewhere in there. I know that even if it's not the Giants playing, I'm going to get some good football to watch. There's going to be some crazy overtime games. I'm going to get the hype. I'm going to love it. But for you movie nerds out there who don't really like sports that much and just kind of look forward for movies and more content, dude, you're really gambling away, man. Because how many times have we waited for a movie for years and years and years to come, and you get it, and after 2 hours of watching it, you completely hate it, or you're just let down completely. And that's how I feel here, man. Like, I have a Joker poster hanging up in my room, the original Joker, and I honestly, I want to take it down, man. I'm honestly lost at words. Like, I wrote a script for this, but I'm going off script right now. This is nothing but straight butthurt emotions right here. I guess that's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I mean, whatever you want to call it, I guess he wasn't really Joker. I guess that's Joaquin Phoenix's freaking Arthur Fleck, man. I don't even know. So, yeah. I guess I'm the Joker for buying that movie ticket. So, have a good day, guys.